All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show. Tuesday, May 1st, 2024. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez. How's it going?
I can't believe it's May already.
I know, this year's flying by. Figure out what's going on here.
I bet you the Indy 500 just loves McAfee show. Some of them guys were just giving the Indy 500.
I was cracking up, man. That was funny. That was funnier than hell.
Jesus Christ.
The Indy 500 people probably didn't like it, but that was funny. It was funny.
It was funny as hell, but they're probably not real happy. Drew McIntyre was fantastic on the show today, too. Yeah, Drew McIntyre was fantastic on the show.
Yeah, they were on Indy 500 for a while. It was probably a 5-10 minute thing, maybe longer.
I'd say longer.
Pat was trying to defend it. Everybody else was, and then Pat would kind of agree with him for a minute, and then he'd go back to defend it.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
But what they were saying is what I've heard from a lot of people. It's like it's cool to be there, like one time, but then after that, it does kind of suck because of how hot it usually is, and so many people trying to get in and out.
A lot of people go.
But like Pat said, when you have 400,000 people or more trying to get out of one place, it's going to take a while.
I think it's lost its luster. I mean, when I was a kid growing up.
Well, I don't know, because I think the last couple of years they've had bigger crowds than they had in a long time.
Yeah, but it's not what it was when me growing up as a kid in the 70s. It was huge. In the 70s, it was nuts.
Hey, what's up, Hypocrisy?
How's it going?
I know I saw Glenn was in here. Yes, Glenn, the Pacers took a big shit last night. I was disappointed in that effort. We couldn't hit shots, and even when we played good defense, the Bucks was hitting shots.
Yep.
There was times when we had hands right in their faces, they were just hitting. But yeah, we didn't show up with the energy we needed last night. Hopefully they do tomorrow or Thursday night. Thursday night,
yeah. Yeah, I've never been to the 500 either. I think it'd be cool to go. I know the big thing back in the day was going to the time trials. That was a big thing back in the day, but I don't think that's what it used to be either.
Yeah, actually, I've never been to the 500 either. I've always said I'd like to go once, but I've had a lot of opportunities and I've never been. Glenn said he had to wait 2 hours after the race to get from north end to the south end last year. But yes, yeah, they do play tomorrow because today is Wednesday.
And the other thing that McAfee was going off on, got to do. He does not like the Formula One racing whatsoever.
Oh no, he hates Formula One.
Golly, he was going nuts.
This is that wasn't the first time. He does that.
No.
Anytime they talk, anytime Formula One gets mentioned, he hates it. Says it's not real racing because it's just like time trials and the same guy wins every time. Yeah, he hates.
Oh man, he went off.
Yeah, he hates Formula One. It's funny when they get to talk about it. And the only one that likes is Darius Butler. The only one on the show that likes F1 is him, and everybody else.
That's what I like about McAfee's show. I mean,
they're NASCAR fans. Though.
I mean, today they had a little bit of racing talk. They had a bunch of hockey talk. Had Drew McIntyre on. Of course, that helps with.
And I like this week they've been having a lot of the GMs on. That's been
football GMs. They just cover everything, man. It's just not like some of the shows that's the same thing every day. Uh-oh. We're going to drop the green.
Drop the green flag for qualifying?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Hell, I would say you probably will be because you win fucking everything.
Yep. Most of the time he does, that's for sure.
Fucking Keegan winning.
I didn't work last night. Stayed home, excited. I watched Pacers. I watched the Reds. They both shit the bed. I was not very happy.
Reds came back and almost got there.
Almost don't count.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, though. It was a lot uglier, but they was able to score some runs. What killed the Reds was the 3 errors.
Yep.
It's hard to win games when you make 3 errors in a game.
That's true.
You know what I mean? You had 8 hits. They had 10 hits. They scored 6 runs. You scored 4, and you made 3 errors. You don't make those 3 errors, they probably don't score a couple runs.
Are you worried now that Dame and Doc will come back? Giannis and Dame's going to come back?
I mean, I think we can beat them even if they are back. I wish we would have won that game last night, though. I'm not going to lie. But being back in Indiana tomorrow night, and I think they'll come out and play. I think they're going to come out and play well, whether Giannis or Dame is on the court or not. So, and it'd kind of be nice to beat if they do come back and we beat them tomorrow with both them on the court to close out the series.
Big Lynn says they're not coming back.
We got to play with more energy tomorrow. I don't know if maybe they thought Milwaukee was just going to lay down for them last night or what, but we didn't come out with the same energy we had in games 2 and 3.
We got off to a pretty good start, and then it just went flat.
In that second quarter, and in the third quarter, we couldn't hit a fucking shot.
No.
I mean, we're getting some good looks, just couldn't hit nothing.
A lot of in and outs. Yeah, I agree.
Glenn says he don't think they'll come back to Game 7 if there is a Game 7. Hopefully, there's not a Game 7. Pacers need to close it out tomorrow. You don't want to go back to Milwaukee for a Game 7.
You don't want to go back to Milwaukee. We'll be in trouble if it happens.
Not with as young as our team is, and you want to close this out at home. It'd be cool to close it out at home in front of the Indiana fans as well, because that place is going to be rocking. That's one thing I can say. The Fieldhouse or Gainbridge or whatever they call it now. It's had so many different names. That place has been rocking both their home games. I'm sure it'll be the same way tomorrow night. Yeah. Hopefully they play a lot better tomorrow. Because, like I said, I think they can. I think they can have a chance against the Knicks or the Sixers. Either team, I really do. If they can win this series, I think they have a chance to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. And if you get there, you never know what can happen.
One thing, I watched a little bit of that Philly game. You got to give Embiid some credit, man.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was talking about yesterday. He's gutting it out. He's trying.
He is, man. He's doing everything he can do. He's putting them on their back and doing everything he can do. You got to give him a lot of credit.
That's why I said something about him yesterday, because I don't dislike him, but I've never been like a great big Embiid fan, but I got to give him his respect, because in this day and age, there's not a lot of guys that would be out there playing.
No, he's
with all the stuff he has going on. There's not very many guys that still be out there trying to carry their team like he has. So I do have to give him his props on that. That's a big win for them. That was a crazy game. Knicks had a 5-point lead in overtime. 76ers was able to come back. Sixers scored there toward the end and forced overtime. I mean, it was a crazy game. I thought when the Knicks got 5 in overtime, I thought it was over. I thought the Knicks would be was going to control the rest of it, but wasn't able to.
Nope. No, but yeah, I thought we was doing pretty good, and then man, it just fell apart. I finished NXT and turned over to the game, and we were doing pretty good, and then, like I said, it just fell apart.
I feel we weren't in too bad a shape at halftime. I mean, yeah, we was down, but only being down like 4 or 5, it's like, okay, come out. Sometimes we're a better second half team, but we just never could get going in that third quarter at all. And like I said, they hit shots. There was times I thought we played pretty good defense, and they just hit shots.
Glenn asked me a question about Lola Vice, who wrestles in NXT. I like her. I think she's going to be a star. I'd love that match last night with her and Natty in that. They took down the ropes, and they had a match of submission only, submission or knockout, no pinfall, and had people surrounding the ring. Ropes off and everything. It was pretty cool, and it was lasted 15, 20 minutes. It was pretty cool match. I enjoyed it. I think she's going to be a star, and she came from not UFC. What was the other organization? I think it's folded.
Bellator.
She came from Bellator, and she's fairly decent.
Yeah, Drew McIntyre was killing me on McAfee. Talk about Michael Cole.
Oh, yeah, and then Michael Cole sent McAfee a message, told him to F him because he wasn't defending him.
Yeah, so then McAfee would defend him, but then tell McIntyre basically, I'm okay with you doing whatever you want.
He said, I can't stop you.
Yeah.
He said, you're 6'5", 282 pounds. They asked him, said, you check your body? Don't check my body fat. He said, I'm a man. He said, I eat what I want to eat. I work out.
Yeah, I lift a bunch of weights and eat a lot.
Yeah, he said, I'm a man. He told McAfee. He was really good on the show.
Yeah, I thought it was real good as well. I was listening to it while I was driving around. They kill me. Some of the stuff and that's the other thing. You never know what they're going to talk about. They'll offer the jet. It's all the people protesting for the Gaza or whatever. He offered a jet to fly him there.
Over there, yeah.
Put boots on the ground to try to make change.
Yeah, he sure did. He said he'd get a 757 and take everybody over there to help.
Yeah, they had me rolling.
Yeah, he was on fire today. McAfee was on fire. There's no doubt about that. It was a good show.
They said AJ was going to fly. AJ would fly the jet.
Yeah,
because he's had some. He's flew some. He's took some classes. He's flew a little bit.
Talked a little something on Deion Sanders too. I thought that was pretty interesting. And what I like about McAfee, he's honest. He looks at it two ways, and he gets both sides of it. I like that.
And they all give. I like how they all give their different opinions, and
they're not all. They don't care. If they differ. I like that.
Yeah, that one guy, they had the hockey player on there too. That Kachuk, that was good.
Yep.
I still can't believe. And if you missed our interview with TJ Powers last night, you need to go check that out. But there's still something about that interview that I can't believe. His first fucking match was with Brutus the Barber Beefcake in front of 50,000 people. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Never. I mean, he wasn't even trained yet.
Yeah, he wasn't trained. They.
I think he had just started training.
It was Mike Sharp. He was running things at something in Wisconsin, and they had a show at a stadium.
5 guys.
He needed 5 guys, and he was one of the 5 guys to go. And they said, "You're working Beefcake," and they're in the damn stadium in front of all these people. In his first match he ever had. That's
insane. I knew about him being in WCW, WWE, but I didn't realize that
he worked Vader 4 times.
Yeah, I didn't realize that his first match was that. That's crazy.
Well, I do that. Marcus had told me that before, but it didn't dawn on me his very first match. I thought it meant like his very first match going to WWE or WCW, wherever it was at. I didn't think it was his very first match ever
of his career.
You know, that didn't dawn on me.
Yeah, when he said that, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a way to start a career.
And he loved WCW. He said he would have stayed there forever. He thought it was a fantastic place.
Yeah, he was telling me that the Friday of PopCon when we was out the dub, standing out back all talking before we went, not Friday, Thursday, when we were getting ready to head over there to start setting up.
Yep.
He was talking about how he would have stayed at WCW forever if they would have offered him a contract. He loved it there. He said at that time there wasn't a bunch of egos, just everybody hung out and got along.
Yep.
Jake the Snake scared him in the shower.
Yep. And I do know that's true because that's where Jake always put him, was in the shower.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he did. But yeah, it's they kill me with some of that stuff they get talking about. But how'd you do on your picks? I sucked yesterday.
I went 4-4.
I went 4-6. I was 0-3 in the NBA.
Oh shit! That's why I don't do NBA. That's what I tell you.
I had the Knicks -4. They lost. I had the Cavs -5. They won, but they didn't cover. I had the Pacers -4. Of course, they got their ass whooped. Hockey, I went 1-2. So I had the Bruins beating the Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs won that one. These hockey playoffs are hard in this first series or this first round because these series are going so much back and forth.
Yeah.
I had the Avalanche beating the Jets, but then the Predators beat the Canucks, and I had the Canucks. That surprised me.
Yeah.
Baseball, I went 3-1. I had a good night in baseball. The only game I lost in baseball was the Reds. I had them at the +1.5. They lost by 2 runs, but I had the other 3 games right. So baseball was what I was best in yesterday.
Yeah, I went 2-2 in hockey, 2-2 in baseball. The team looking really good in hockey right now is Carolina. They're looking really good.
Yes.
In Vegas, they better play tonight. They're back in Dallas.
What team does that Kachuk play for? Is it Florida?
Florida.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it was Carolina or Florida.
Yeah, it's Florida.
They've already advanced, right? They're waiting to see who they play.
Yep.
He said that was an interesting interview with him.
Yeah, it was.
I remember him from last year because I remember the story about they had to dress him, like stand him up and kind of push him on the ice in the playoffs because of all of his injuries. Yep. He couldn't dress himself or anything. Them guys are crazy.
Yeah, how can you get on the ice and play if you can't dress yourself?
Yeah, them guys are crazy. All right, let's see. Get these odds pulled up and we'll get to today's games. Got a couple NBA games.
A couple
hockey. Quite a lot of baseball games. A lot of day games in baseball today.
Yep. Reds play here in just a little bit.
Yeah. Kind of weird that they're playing so early after been playing so late. So late the last couple of nights.
Yeah, they're off tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah. Then they have a big series against the Baltimore Orioles in Cincinnati.
Yep. Yeah, people go check out that interview we had. It's on YouTube and Facebook everywhere
Twitch.
with TJ Powers. It was very good. I mean, guy's 64 years old, I believe. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Been in the business for 40 years.
Hey, what's up, Dave?
Hey, David. But the interview with TJ was really good.
Oh yeah, we'll have to have him back on because there's a lot of stuff we didn't get to that I'm sure he could talk about.
The last guy left worked with Dick the Bruiser. I mean,
yeah, he talked quite a bit about Dick the Bruiser. It was funny when he said Bruiser would call him for a call him, say we have a meeting on Sunday.
Yeah.
He'd get over there, he'd throw him the keys to the lawnmower, said, meet him with the grass.
Bo would be cleaning
Yeah,
the
Bobo
pool.
Brazil Jr. would be cleaning the pool.
And he'd be cutting the grass. That's something else. And I could see that. Bruiser, I could believe that. What I mean, I didn't know the guy.
He goes, yeah, Bruiser would always call you over to do chores.
But watching him on TV and the way he was perceived, I can believe that.
Yeah, like I said, heard some interesting stories, and he's going to come back on and tell some more. So, yeah, I would go check it out. I thought it was definitely worth the listen.
Well, hey, David, is the Pacers going to finish it out? Tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
They're going to finish it out tomorrow night? I sure hope so.
I hope they wake up. they didn't look awake last night. Oh.
Well, Dave's telling me to wake up. I ain't going to sleep.
Which that happens, though. I mean, sometimes, but when you're in a series like it'd been nice to close it out. But I think they'll close it out tomorrow. Coming back home, I think, like I said, the Bucks was hitting shots last night, even when we had some good defense. The other night, you have the Miami Heat, Boston Celtics. Celtics are up 3-1. Celtics are 14-point favorites tonight, minus 1,000 on the money line. I think Celtics win the game, but I'm gonna go Heat plus 14.
Well, you did that the other night. You didn't do that. Plus 10, you didn't do any good.
I know. I have a feeling this is gonna be a closer game. And then you have the Mavs and Clippers. The Mavericks this series tied 2-2. Mavericks are a 3-point favorite. In this game, I like the Clippers at home. I'm gonna take the Clippers at the +3 at home.
Is what's his name playing?
Kawhi.
I don't think he's playing, is he?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure he's playing.
David thinks the Pacers are going to win tomorrow.
Well, I hope so.
That's how I think. That's what I think as well.
Yeah, if it goes 7, I think we're in trouble. I won't say we don't have no chance at all, but I think we'd be in trouble.
Yeah, could be. Because you're going back there and you feel like they got all the momentum now because they've won 2 in a row. Hockey tonight, I'm going with Golden Knights on the money line at the Dallas Stars. That series is tied 2-2, correct?
Yes, 2-2, and they both teams have lost at home.
Yeah.
So hopefully Vegas could beat them in Dallas here. I don't know.
And I'm gonna go with the other game is the Kings and Oilers. Oilers are up 3-1, I believe.
Yes.
And I'm gonna go with the Oilers on the money line at the -194 for tonight's game.
Yeah, NHL, I'm gonna go with Vegas.
Vegas is actually an underdog in that game. They're +128 in the money line. You can get them at +1.5 on the puck line, which isn't bad because I think the games have been pretty close.
Yeah, they have been. I'm gonna go with Vegas money line. I'm gonna believe in my team. We'll see. I'll go down the ship. We'll see. And then I'm going with Edmonton money line also in NHL.
All right, baseball. I end up going with 4 games. I'm gonna go with the Reds at the +1.5 against the Padres. Reds have Ashcraft on the mound tonight. Hopefully, our defense is a little sharper tonight. We'll go with the Orioles on the money line at home against the Yankees. I'm gonna take the Cubs on the money line, even though it pains me to pick the Cubs to win. But Cubs on the money line on the road at the Mets. Cubs have their best pitcher on the mound.
Cubs are playing good right now.
That foreign guy, I can't remember what his name is.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
And then I'm going with the Red Sox at home on the money line against the Giants.
Okay, my Major League Baseball picks. I'm going to take Atlanta money line on the road at Seattle. I'm going to take the Phillies money line on the road at the Angels. I'm going to take Texas at home money line against Washington. And then I'm going to go with the Dodgers money line on the road against Arizona. It's going to be my Major League Baseball picks for tonight. See, big glints of the Pacers right now are -8.5 for tomorrow as of right now. That could change.
So yeah, so I would say as of right now that means that, like Glenn just said, as of right now they don't think Dame and Giannis is playing, because if they were playing, we wouldn't be 8.5-point favorites.
Up here on what we're watching, it said Doc Rivers said that
They were getting close.
They're close. So what does that mean for sure? You don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, as of right now, the sports books don't think they're going to.
Yeah.
Or it wouldn't be 8.5.
No.
If the Pacers might still be favored just because they're at home, and them guys are coming off injuries. It'd probably been more. I'd say probably more about half that. Probably around 4, 3, 4, 3.5, 4, 4.5, somewhere in there. Probably if they were announced they were playing.
If they announced they's both playing, I'd say 2 or 3, maybe 4. Because you don't know how healthy they're probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I would think that'd probably go at least down in half.
Yeah,
it's at 8.5 now. I think it would at least go to 4, 4.5, maybe and maybe even 3.
If they had played some already,
it'd probably go to 2.5 or 3.
But they haven't played, so you don't know how healthy they really are. Yep.
And with the game being in Indiana, it gives you a little bit too. All right. Well, did you have anything else for today?
No, I think I'm good to go. Go Vegas tonight. Go Reds here in about an hour or so, less than an hour. I think they start at 4:05 or something like that. So about 30 minutes or so.
Yeah, there's not as much on tonight that I'm interested in. I mean, the Reds, but they'll be on here in just a minute.
You'll be watching AEW, won't you?
Nah, probably not.
We'll see what happened to Tony Khan, see if he's still alive.
Maybe somebody will cut his head off with a sword.
That was hilarious.
Like they were talking about all day with Ty.
Yeah, Ty told Drew he should cut CM
Punk's head off. Carry it around.
You don't need a belt. Just carry around Punk's head. And he said, well, that sounds great, except for the part going to jail.
Yeah. He's all like the first option better, except the jail part. I was cracking up. But yeah, he said, you don't need a belt. You just carry Punk's head around.
And then he was asking him about the big sword and stuff. And he said, well let's keep it PG. My wife's in another room. And old McAfee started laughing.
He said, they say the bigger the sword. What do you say? The bigger the sword, the greater the pleasure, or something like that. Is what McAfee said.
One thing I wanted to bring up. It was I was watching Busted Open on YouTube yesterday, and it was amazing. I didn't really think about it. You look what Tony Khan and them did, and he was in the draft room and everything, and he gets on NFL Network the next day and he takes those shots at the WWE. What does the WWE do Monday night? Have probably one of the most famous football players in the world, Mahomes, in the front.
Give his Super Bowl rings to
Logan Paul, and look at. Yeah, there's a difference there, guys. It's called knowing what you're doing. That's how to play the game. And Tommy Dreamer and them was talking about that, and it's knowing how to play the game.
Pat talked a lot about that yesterday. Talked a little bit about David. They talked a lot about that yesterday. They spent probably 15, 20 minutes just talking about.
Yeah, basically, like David Reagan said, one's playing chess, one's playing checkers, and that's the difference right now.
And McIntyre said that he wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, well, he already signed.
Yeah, but I mean, he said even before he'd signed, he didn't plan on going anywhere. Just a couple things he had to get taken care of, and WWE and Khan was great. And boom.
I would say he got a little bit of a lighter schedule. Would be my guess. I know that he was upset because he had some family members ill and couldn't be there. So I'm sure he that may have been part of his thing. I don't think it was all money. I think
he talked real highly of Khan.
Yep,
and even Triple H too. I mean, but he mentioned Khan's name quite a bit.
Yeah, it's a completely different company with Triple H. And that might be the biggest thing, why AEW is struggling. I think a lot's got to do because Triple H. I mean, if Triple H don't take over and is not there, and Vince is still running things, AEW things may not be quite as bad, may not be so glaring. No. I don't know.
I didn't see that.
I didn't either. Ooh, that was a pretty good
I was
punch.
gonna say, they threw some pretty good punches in that one.
Tampa Bay and the Brewers. That must have been last night.
Oh, you don't have to show this. Yeah, we don't need to see that.
Beverly's not too well liked, is it?
No.
Because even I know some people that's not even fans of the Pacers watch the game.
Well, did you see
where he hates Beverly?
Where he was all over Toppin trying to get the ball, and then Toppin pushed him, and they give Toppin a tech? How did he not get a tech too?
Yeah, I didn't understand. Yeah,
I mean, I knew Toppin was going to get a tech when he shoved him.
Oh yeah,
which is fine, but Beverly should have got a tech too, because that would have never happened if he wasn't fucking hugging him and trying to get the ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, how do you not call him for a tech? It would have never happened if it wasn't. That's my one thing about Embiid. He's always falling to the fucking ground. You're too big to be falling all the goddamn time. That's probably why you're always hurt. But he ain't made to fall like that.
Nope, that's for sure.
But well, all right, we appreciate everybody watching. Please go check out that TJ Powers interview from last night.
Yep.
I think you guys will enjoy that. We'll be back tomorrow right around 3:00 with another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show. Please subscribe on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Like and follow Facebook, Twitch, X, Instagram, all Gonzo Sports Room as well. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. All